So here we are in Barcelona, it's MWC24. I'm here with Enrique Blanco, Group CTO at Telefónica. Enrique, fantastic to see you again. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you for your invitation.
I hope that you are beating your personal best for steps around the show this year.
It's incredible, but it is true. So.
A lot of travel on foot. So we've been talking for many years about virtualization, and you've been at the forefront of network virtualization developments for more than a decade. How has that been shaping Telefónica's strategy in all of these years and moving forward?
You remember in 2014, so we were announcing, and you were one of the first, that we were trying to inform that all the network platform pieces that we will be building will be all of them virtualized. This was in 2014. Until today, we have been doing a great journey. Today, since 2017, to be honest, we do not acquire any new piece of network, PCRF, IMS, core, packet core, whatever, which is not fully virtualized. This means that these softwareization processes that we start at this moment have been helping us to be much more flexible, being much more better adapted, and reducing our TCO.
Okay.
And this is something fundamental. But this is not only about the platform. This is not about the NFV, the virtualization that we were starting in 2014. We have been doing additional steps. We did it for the SDN, the software design networking. So we have been applying this disaggregation for the transport. We have been building an optical layer, building an IP capabilities, and we are managing today with a layer which is helping us trying to multiply by 2 the traffic, maintaining flat the capex. It will be just impossible to do it if we need to grow in capex and capacity, so by the hand of the traffic growing. And this virtualization, even for the transport, had been fundamental for us. But this is not enough. In the IT, in all the BSS, all the commercial systems, starting by the B2B, we are just only upgrading with the cloud-native solutions.
Okay.
We are just trying to do the same with all the full stack approach, going through pure virtualized. And we are doing not because cost, it is relevant. It is for the time to deploy. And the last step, it is virtualizing the access.
All right.
Softwareizing the access. We have been fighting, we have been proposing to the industry, and we have today solutions for the FTTH intelligence, for the OLTs. We have disaggregated solutions. We have the open broadband ready with new vendors, and this is amazing. We are opening the ecosystem, and we are pushing very hard with the Open RAN solution, which finally is to disaggregate the baseband, as you know. So, all the softwareization process, it is key. First of all, for architecture. Second one, for cost. But this is not the more relevant. The more relevant it is easier to automatize all my network if I have software pieces, better than bare metal approach. So it is a harmonic approach. We have been doing a lot, but it is a lot of things that we need to do.
Yeah, blood, sweat and tears every year to take this forward, I'm sure.
It's critical.
So, you mentioned the access and open RAN as part of that, and Telefónica has been one of the companies sort of at the forefront of trying to get things moving to develop an ecosystem here. Can you just update us on your open RAN strategy, on the plans, how that's going? And what do you see as the benefits of Open RAN, and have those benefits kind of changed in the past couple of years as the industry has moved on and sort of evolved the Open RAN story?
Open RAN is an industry project. This is not a Telefónica project. It's an industry.
Yeah.
I'm a member of the board of the O-RAN Alliance. We had a session on Sunday. When it is Telefónica today? So we are testing an Open RAN systems and with Mavenir in UK. We are working with, we announced with a cloud RAN solution with Ericsson, which is much more close to the Open RAN. We are testing with Samsung, so we are deploying, so in a very controlled way, analyzing the performance. and we are considering any other option. This means that we have solution today. The point is that this solution needs to be massively deployed, and this is something that we don't have still in our hand.
Right.
Why is relevant Open RAN? Because the architecture. If you think in the next cycle of 6G, it is just impossible to think in a 6G deployment in the next future if we do not disaggregate the antennas and the software. This is because it is so relevant, because the architecture. We need to deploy, you have been what means open gateway, you have been what means all the AI capabilities, so through the autonomous network journey. If you think that this can be feasible with the traditional solution, it is extremely complex. If we are doing with a distributed and disaggregated solution, it is easier, it is simple, it is helping us trying to go in the right way. Sorry for the comparison, but Telefónica took the decision to go to fiber because it is an extraordinary better, it is reducing the energy, but the good thing it is that it's passive. This means that you are reaching the customer with the right bearer and with the right interface. We did it because of this. Exists any other solution, ADSL, VDSL, fasting, whatever. But this is wasting money. O-RAN is exactly the same, 6G cycle. It will be done with an disaggregated Open RAN solution in all the world. And we need to be ready trying to do it in the next 2-3 years.
Right.
So this is because we are pushing so far. It is not only about the architecture, it's how you are managing the architecture, how you are including the real AI capabilities, trying to helping us to manage in a zero-touch network. This is because we are pushing so hard, and to be honest, what I see today in all the industry and my colleagues, I'm extremely optimistic.
Okay. So you mentioned sort of the role of AI, automation, zero touch there, and obviously at this show, AI, is the dominant theme of many conversations and what we're seeing at the show. How is the use of artificial intelligence tools impacting your current network operations and your technology strategy? Because this hasn't just cropped up in the past year, it's been around for quite some time, but things are now evolving pretty quickly, aren't they?
So I'm not an expert in AI. I'm an expert in networks and in IT. And when my personal approach for AI, it is how this tool, I try to not offend anybody if I say tool, how this tool can be helping me to be better, faster, and it is possible cheaper. So, and when me and my team, we are doing the approach to the AI tools. So the first, they are helping us a lot, trying to build use cases. Most of them close to the OSS, this is how I'm managing my network.
Right.
And they are helping me trying to be much more efficient, faster. It is true that it is not sexy, but it is helping me a lot, trying to be much more efficient. And we are just running this more than 2.5 years. And if you go through the standards, we are level 2 in the automation network as the TM forum design, and using these tools, 2015 we will be much more close to 4.
Wow.
And it is using this, but this is a tool, but when you are talking with the experts, and in Telefónica we get a very good expert too. So my next question is, how can I use the Gen AI helping me trying to improve my relationship with the network and the IT? We are working today trying to evolve and to change how we are doing the dialogue with my network. What is the dialogue with my network today? It is, I have some commands, I have some scripts, I can manage. The point it is, can I talk with my network? Can I send a Gen AI and tell him, for instance, at this moment, which are the number of cells that they are saturated in Barcelona and around the FIRA? So which is the behavior of the network? What I need to do trying to improve it? And we are using Gen AI technology trying to manage the network in this way. Okay. We are designing how will be the main topics and attributes that we can manage, and we are just looking not only this is feasible, it is feasible. It is how it is the business case, how is the cost benefit. maybe I can be doing this, but it is very expensive. I need to take care. This is the next step that we are building around the AI as a tool, sophisticated, but as a tool. So, and we are just working in this, how this can be helping us, which is the main problem that we have. Tool it is ready, network it is ready, data access. How can I guarantee that these Gen AI capabilities can be managing my data? Sometimes they are very deep in the network or the IT. Solving this in a proper way, in a structured way, it is something that we are trying to say how we can really do it. We are working with all the industry, all the main, Azure, Google, whatever. And this is one issue that we need to solve. Maybe in the next 12, 24 months, we will be progressing a lot. But it is not immediate, so we need to solve a lot of things, but it will be helping us trying to change how we are making the dialogue. After this, if I have this, I can be building, tuning additional attributes, predictability, so availability, planning, what? So this is what we are doing today, being extremely pragmatical. Yeah. So it's going to be the future, yes. And the last is how we can get this technology, this AI, helping us trying to build new products, new ways of monetization. So, and this is not in my responsibility because I have a lot of things to do. but believe me, so it is great. But for me today, it is an extraordinary tool, and we will see in the future if really it is going to be changing how I'm managing my network in the next 12, 24 months.
Okay, exciting times, and things are moving so quickly, aren't they? And another area of the industry that seems to be moving really quickly right now is the exposure of network capabilities through network APIs. This evolution, this development, how is that changing the way, if at all, that you're thinking about how your network is set up or engineered, or how APIs are exposed for developers?
So if I simplify a lot, so I can tell you that there is the platform that they are managing camera, so APIs and services, and what we are doing with the network, trying to expose and to solve and to guarantee that the services that they are asked for the developer, that have been designed and standardized in the camera, how the network it is really. So doing the commitment that we are in terms of exposure, security, location, and so on. Two main flavors: managing the legacy, and we are doing an extraordinary good performance because we have been working as an industry. I'm a member of the board of the TM Forum, and it is the first time that we are not discussing about IT only.
Right.
We are discussing on how we can standardize APIs in the TM Forum, managing all the legacy, and exposing unpluggable, incoherent and compatible with the camera approach from the network. Maybe this sample had been a political decision when the TM Forum had been extremely agile, and today I can guarantee that all the management of the network exposure, building APIs in the TM Forum way, they are fully pluggable and compatible with the camera. This guarantees that all the exposition of the legacy, it is ready trying to be offering. And with the services and functionalities that they are coming with the 5G standalone, this is applicable for fixed and mobile. It is simple to use slicing because it is designed for be exposed.
Okay.
It is easier. And we are running a good way. It is working well. All the camera standardization managed by the GSMA, it is great. But where is for me, for the network guys, why this is important? It is an industry decision. It is a way of thinking different. But for me, it is relevant not because the technicality itself. It is because it is the first time that we are thinking that before the people it is thinking to produce new services, that will be asking me additional capacity, additional access capabilities, additional spectrum usage. So they are thinking that the network exists. If you're asking me Web3 capabilities, if you're asking me better services, if you're asking me 4K, 8K, whatever, or you're asking me a quality on demand, you have the right way to access using open gateway and camera approach. And I can start planning my network in a different way. Today I am planning for averages. And this is extremely difficult. This is not only the monetization which is important. It is that we are including the network equation in the traditional services approach.
Okay.
This is extremely relevant for us. It will be helping us trying to monetize for sure, but it will be helping us trying to adapt the network evolution to the real necessities. And this is extremely, and this is an industry decision. So, and this is because for me it is exciting. I'm planning in a different way my networks.
Okay.
So this is not only for the open gateway itself, it is for the concept. And this is because it's an industry decision.
Yeah. Now, with all of these changes and with data traffic growing and likely to grow further again in the future, that's obviously putting sort of a strain on the capacity of the networks. And as there's more traffic, you imagine that energy consumption would go up with the traffic, but obviously that's something you have to try and avoid. What is your strategy around sort of the green network and making sure that the energy consumption isn't going up at the same rate as the data traffic volumes?
So this is a great question. So let me go to some personal approach. And I'm talking from a grandpa to a grandpa. No, it's important. When you are young, so future doesn't exist. It is maybe sometime you will be there. It is the present and the short term you need to fight. When you're father, it is the responsibility. But when you're grandpa, it is when your granddaughter will be living. The future, it is when your granddaughter will be living. Extremely important. So we took a decision in Telefónica, so more than 15 years ago. So ESG, it is great, but you need to take a decision in terms of you need to be reducing emissions and you need to control the power consumption. And you need to take decision from the technological point of view, but some decision from the governance point of view. Let me give numbers. We took the decision in 25, trying to evolve from copper to fiber. What means? Means that today we are reducing at 85% the power consumption, comparing cable with fiber. And for sure, all the ecosystem, all the carbon emissions, fiber, it is helping us trying to reduce. If I compare which is the power consumption in 2015, 2017, with today, I multiply by 7 my traffic.
Wow.
But I reduce, in absolute terms, 7% the power consumption. We are growing in data, but we are reducing the power consumption. In most of my countries, Spain, Brazil, Chile, Germany, 100% of my power, it is coming from renewables energy. And this is a decision. We have been finding the way trying to massify the aeolic, the wind, the solar, pushing to the industry, trying to build, so this kind of technologies, guaranteeing that we will be consuming the equivalent. So pushing this. We have today to the group level, up to all our perimeter, including South America, up to the 82%. And this year, 2024, we will be in 87. Okay. Of all the energy, it is coming from renewables. This is a decision. So, and we are doing, and we are using all that we can do. We are switching copper to fiber. We are pushing, trying to, if with low traffic, trying to switch off all the power consumption in the power. But we are doing something more. Let me give one example. We signed an agreement that we call energy saving as a service. We signed an agreement with an extraordinary company, and the model it is, you are evolving, you are changing all the air conditioning in my foreign main building in Spain. I do not tax CapEx, it is your CapEx, it is your maintenance. This is a contract for the next 10 years. Right. You are doing the renewal of all this air conditioning, it is emissions, it is consumption, and I will be paying you with the savings that you are producing. And I guarantee this for the next 10 years. Which is the final result? We are reducing emissions, we are reducing consumption, we are maintaining the climate. That this is good for the future of your granddaughter and mine, but we are being extremely profitable. We are not acting capex in the company, it is making money, it is making business. It is not only technology, it is the decision trying to do whatever you need to do, trying to reduce emission and consumption. And Telefónica did it. I don't take any technological decision, any. If there is not coming by the hand of the reducing the power consumption and the emissions, we don't take any decision which is against this. So it's good for my customers, but it's good for my stakeholders. And
absolutely.
It is good for your granddaughter and my granddaughter's future.
Absolutely. So the great fruits of a long-term strategy there, and long may that continue. And it's a really great example for the rest of the industry, Enrique. Fantastic to talk to you. Really great to hear about what's happening at Telefónica and how industry collaboration is moving things forward. Thanks very much.
Proud to see you again.
Great
Thank
to
you
talk
very
to you.
much.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.